Hey guys, John Bergsman here. You know, we're out here in northern Michigan, north central Michigan, and north central Michigan has some of the best fishing anywhere in the country. One of the spots we're going to visit today, we're going to take the Angler Qwest up to Indian River. We're going to catch a bunch of awesome walleye. Stay tuned here on Destination Outdoors.
Fisherman's Digest is brought to you by Angler Qwest, built with purpose. Traxstech, the ultimate fishing system. Strike King, tie one on. Garmin.
This is our first time really fishing to target walleyes on Burt Lake myself, and so we're flatlining on the outside to keep the bait high. I think that's a number 9 flicker minnow, and then we've got different segments of lead on all the other 4 rods, so we've got 4 people in the boat so we can effectively run 10 rods. That's the cool thing about the Angler Qwest as well, is that you get just rod holders everywhere, so you can really get a spread of lines out there and explore. It's just one of those things where, you know, you want as many depths covered as possible, and right now Ed's doing his best to lose this fish. Ed, what are you lifting it in the boat for?
Because you missed it in the net.
Well, I'm trying my best to save Ed's undersized 17-inch walleye. That, my friends, is not an undersized fish. That's a dandy. Exactly.
So small when you smiled at it.
And they T-bone. They're T-boning this bait right now.
They really like it.
Yeah, that means they're feeding. You can tell when a fish gets 2 hooks in him. That beautiful, right in the sun. That's Ed's 17-inch undersized keeper. Beautiful fish.
Absolutely.
Right here at Burt Lake. Yeah, it's a good, now he's diving down. Oh yeah, it's a nice fish.
Oh,
It's a beauty is right. Yep, another keeper.
Number 3. 12.
Beautiful. And that's on that, see the variety of baits? I mean, we caught one on a flat-lined number 9, and we caught one this morning on a Shad Rap style bait. Now we have a little deep ripper out with no lip, and that was on lead. So we basically are throwing the gamut out there. Just throwing all kind of different lures, lots of different colors. We've had purple on, we've had the crawdad color on the ripstick, crawdad color on the Shad Rap. Just a lot of different things. We're exploring 1, 2, 3, 4 colors of lead, flatlines, you name it. We've got stuff out there.
This doesn't feel walleye
Well, how do you know?
because it's too heavy.
Okay.
Unless they got 10 and 12 pounders in there.
Well, it might be just pulling some lead.
That could be.
You're gonna have to slide over here without killing yourself.
I get my feet set before I push.
No, you gotta push early. That way you do the most damage. It's a big, big trout or walleye. Oh my goodness. Well, a reefer, free line. Now don't mess with that yet, because I want to try to untangle this, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get this fish shown to you, but we gotta try to not get a mess here. So we're gonna just untangle this first. The key to getting a tangle out when you do this, and it's gonna happen, guys, when you free line and you get a big fish. See the board? See me pulling out there? Okay. So I'm gonna hope that one clears. We're gonna get this fish here and show it to you. Now this is into my hand a little bit. And that's an awesome Burt Lake walleye right there. Beautiful fish. Just free lining a reefer back, about 16 down. So what's happened here is early in the morning, while we get this fish in the live well, early in the morning we were fishing with low light conditions, of course.
Fisherman's Digest is brought to you by Polarcraft, the toughest built aluminum boats, bar none. Dreamweaver, home of the revolutionary Spin Doctor. Lose, feel the difference. WavePro, best ride on the water.
If you're wondering if you see a set, now if you'll see that big hole between the last board and the third board, that was where the fourth board was. We're running multiple different segments of lead core on today's show, and one of the things that you've got to be careful of is that when you're bringing that rod in, you bring it in real slow and steady across the set. Don't just horse it so that it's skipping. Give that fish a chance to, oh, that's a nice one. That's a keeper, Granny. Rod tip down. Keep coming, Grant. Okay, that's why you don't set out when he's reeling in. Okay, and that's that brand new bait we just put out. We just were trying it. I got a tip from a friend of mine that said try this color, and that bait hadn't been out there for very long at all. So really nice.
That's dandy.
Burt Lake walleye right there. I just said to Chase, the camera guy, that we're crossing a hump that I had never crossed in my travels today, and didn't even hardly get to it, and boom. Listen, when you're open water trolling, one of the things you gotta be prepared to do is pay attention to where you're catching those fish. If you're catching fish on rises, on underwater humps, even if it only comes up a foot or two, notice those little things. If that's what you're catching your fish on, then you got to just look on your Garmin and find those little undulations in the bottom and make sure that you're hitting those, because if you're not, yeah, I actually physically steered the boat 40 degrees with my autopilot off to one side to be able to go over this hump. And if Chase will show you right now on the graph what's on top of this hump. Big arcs with little balls of bait. It's awesome. That's the type of stuff you're looking for when you're open water trolling. You're not just aimlessly driving your boat around. That's what a lot of people think when they think of trolling. Oh, it's just aimlessly driving your boat. It's not it at all. You got to pay attention. We've paid attention to the type of baits we're catching the fish on. You know, what colors have been good. I don't know what I put on this bait, but I think I put a little brown crayfish, because that little crayfish bait has been catching fish today. But Grant, I think, is going to show you here a really nice walleye. Yep. Yeah, that's another nice one, boys. Look at the way he hit that. And this is what we're hoping for here at the end, is he hit the front of that. See that? He's hooked on the front hook. And what that's telling you is that he was aggressive. He really wanted that bait. He's feeding now. He's probably coming up to
Beautiful
feed for the
Burt Lake
night.
walleye.
So that's what you can get when you come up to the Indian River area. And you just spend a day on the water with enough lines to really cover it. Don't give up. I mean, we fished for an hour and a half this morning with absolutely no fish. And we just paid attention to the other boats, where they were fishing, kind of went to school on them a little bit, put 2 and 2 together, getting a good limit of fish.
Fisherman's Digest is brought to you by Offshore Tackle Products, Flo-Fast, world's leading portable fluid transfer system, Drotto, catch and release boat system.
You know, one of the fun things when you come to the Indian River and Burt Lake, and you spend, a lot of people go and they'll spend a day or two in Indian River and fish Burt and fish mullet. And that's kind of the system here. They're 2 separate lakes, they're connected by a waterway, but what they offer is world-class, and I mean world-class smallmouth bass fishing. And then as an addition to that, Mullet Lake has an amazing fall run of really big perch. I mean, it's a solid perch fishery. It's got a suspended bite in August that is really unique, and that is inland lake rainbow trout, walleye, and northerns all hang because mullet is a deep, clean, clear, cold lake. They find that thermocline, and you control those fish up on lots of different crankbaits and spoon combinations. Burt Lake, on the other hand, is that more traditional lake where it's going to give you smallmouth bass, walleye, northern pike. We've caught inland rainbows, just fantastic size inland rainbows. You're going to catch those not only open water, but through the ice. So one of the cool things, just to finish what we were talking about, when you plan in a vacation, and as you know, with the situation, that safety that's going on now, and also limited options, let's just be honest, cruises, you know, going to Europe, going to Asia, things like that, even going to Canada is going to be off the board for probably quite some time. Northern Michigan communities are going to be where it's at when it comes to these vacations, and coming to a double system lake like Indian River that has both Burt Lake and Mullet Lake, as well as the inland waterway, and you could even throw Crooked Lake over just a little bit to the west here. Really, really good options for great, you know, hotel accommodations, camping, and water activities, and that's really what you want. So, another nice little fish. We got a whole live well full of fish in here now. It's looking good, ladies and gentlemen. Burt Lake. I love this place. It's not easy fishing, don't get me wrong, when you catch 9 fish, you know, and you're working, but hey, if you're on vacation, clean lake, awesome sandy bottom, beautiful place to come. Plus you've got the added advantage of the inland waterway that takes you right over to Mullet Lake. And Mullet Lake also has a really good resident population of walleyes. So, oh, we got another fish right here. See that board? This one here, Grant? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Oh no, it's a nice one. It's a nice one. It's a nice one though, it's what we needed. Oh yeah, there we go. That's a real nice fish. Rod tip down. Oh yeah, look at that one. Off. Awesome show, huh? What a way to break the angler Qwest in. To be perfectly honest, I've only fished for walleyes a couple of times on Burt Lake, so I think we got a bit lucky today. Hey, thanks for joining us here on Destination Outdoors. We want to invite you every week. We're here year-round now, all the way through December 31st to bring you great spots to fish, as well as off-the-water opportunities in each of our partner areas. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week on Destination Outdoors.
Closed captioning is brought to you by WavePro. Best ride on the water. Online at waveproshock.com.